I like to say I'm a boater. You know, I don't necessarily feel that I'm even just a kayaker. I'm a canoeist too. It's just about being on the water with friends, and it doesn't matter what craft you're in or what genre of the sport you take after or what you're trying to push or change. We're all just boaters. We're all just there for a good time on the water.
This is 26-year-old Paul Kuthi. He's had some form of a paddle in his hand since his childhood in Missouri.
My dad and I started off canoeing. I was his bowman up there in the front of the canoe, and it was our time away. You know, the river was our place away from everything else. You know, all the family stuff and all the just chaos and work and school and all that is a spot we got to really get to know each other.
Canoeing became a special bond for Paul and his father. It was something they did a few weekends a month. Then one day, an 11-year-old Paul convinced his father to rent kayaks.
All of a sudden, I wasn't stuck in a boat with Dad. I was on my own. I could pick my own line.
Paul's dad had lost his canoe partner, so he went out and he bought a couple used kayaks. Along with Paul's Uncle John, they spent the next 2 years learning to read bigger water, swimming, traveling further from Missouri to find better rivers, swimming some more.
Our first trip out to Colorado was definitely the most significant in my life.
On a long weekend, they loaded up the car and blasted out to paddle the classic Arkansas River in western Colorado. It became pretty clear that they were in over their heads.
We were all just kind of surviving, paddling down through the upper section on the Arkansas River in Colorado.
At a large rapid, Paul swam, and then Uncle John swam. Paul's dad was the only one to make it through. Paul struggled to shore. He lost his boat and started down shore to find his father.
My eyes kind of scanned to the eddy, and then I saw all this gear laying out on a rock. Oh, there's my dad's gear, you know, I'm gonna go down there. He must be just hanging it out to dry. And it was apparent pretty quickly that a couple hours ago, he had had a heart attack. 12. It was 12. That was the second year we were paddling.
After his father's death, Paul was terrified of the water, rightfully so. But he also loved kayaking. He had to try again. So Missouri's tight-knit boating community reached out to him.
Being able to go right back to town and go paddling with a community that really became kind of like a second family put me in a place where I was able to make that distinction, that paddling isn't what took him, the river didn't take him, it's not necessarily going to happen to me, and they really gave me the confidence to keep after it.
And now, almost 15 years later, Paul has put himself at the forefront of sea kayaking.
When I first started getting into it, I really saw the possibilities of kind of room to expand the sport and just really try to push myself within it. But it became really clear right off the bat that there was room for improvement and a lot of opportunities there if you're willing to work a little bit for it.
He took what he learned from all those years on the river and began applying it to the ocean's most turbulent nooks and crannies, and he had fun doing it. Now, Paul isn't just trying to challenge himself, he's trying to push his sport.
Well, this season my goal is really to try to break the mold. You know, we're going out to the Butte Rapids and we're really trying to work on doing some different things with sea kayaking and just paddling in general. Trying to, you know, break out of the circular nature of things, you know, traveling around big rocks and spend a little more quality time at each spot we go to.
This season, Paul Kuthi, he is headed to the untapped potential of a distant title race outside the frontier town of Prince Rupert, British Columbia. Shaping his sport? Well, Paul and his crew of friends, they're about to find out that it is more difficult than they imagined. To find out more information on today's music and subscribe to the show, visit our website, theseasontv.com. Paul's episodes are brought to you by Outdoor Research. If you're looking for stoke, for more video, for more words to fuel the fire, visit their verticulture site at outdoorresearch.com. Additional support for the season comes from New Belgium Brewing. Follow your folly. See it first at arcteryx.com.